and gentlemen, boys and berries, welcome to the MagicBrad show here at the World Nerve Center headquarters, the Magic Lounge. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. And if you get a chance to, give me a little thumbs up if you like the video. If you don't like the video, give it a thumbs up anyways. And if you want to see more of the notifications and get alerted, click the little ring bell. So today we've got a good friend because I did an interview on her podcast. So now she's my good friend. We're also in a business together, which is pretty cool. And she's one of my favorite places in the world, and that's out there on the West Coast with the land of fruits and nuts. And her name is Cindy Lee, and she is the connector. Let me bring her on here. Cindy, where is she? There she is.
Hello,
hi.
Hello. How are you?
Wonderful and a half, and then some to the 10th power infinity is what I say. That's a lot. How are you out there? It's a different time zone.
I'm doing great. 70s out here. How about where you're at?
70s too, but it's below zero. Oh, it's not that bad. The snow's not melting, but it's not.
Oh my Lord! Come for a visit.
It's good. I know. I lived out there for a couple of years.
Really? Where was that again?
A year in the Covina Glendora area, working with a martial arts school, doing events, and then another year over in the Burbank, North Hollywood, Studio City, working on infomercial.
Nice.
So it's fun out there. It's kind of bizarre seeing all the actors. And I remember I was at a place called Lulu's Beehive on Ventura Boulevard. And I'm sitting in there, and a guy comes walking in there, and he looks like this Asian Kwai Chang Caine. Do you remember Kung Fu?
Yeah.
It looked like David Carradine.
Really?
Sandals, and it was David Carradine. It was pretty cool. He looked just like Kung Fu. Kwai Chang.
Wow.
Anyways, so this is a lot of fun doing all this video stuff. It's exciting to me because I'm in the event business, and I used to go to a lot of events and networking events, and then COVID came along, and you can't do that anymore.
Wow.
So it's nice to see people and have a interaction with a human instead of doing the talking head one-way conversation like on Periscope and TikTok. We actually get to talk.
Yes.
How long have you lived out there?
Oh, a little over a year. Originally from Northern California. Yeah, near Napa. But I've lived out in Southern California.
Wine country, and used to be like more of a tree hugger, and now you're with the Hollywood people.
I am nowhere near Hollywood.
No, you're more like Surf City.
I'm in Orange County, near Huntington Beach.
Yeah, I spent some time. Isn't that where there's like a comedy store or something down there, isn't there?
Irvine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay Leno used to go there once in a while.
Yeah.
Take the stage. Yeah, I do miss going out there and seeing all that cool stuff. Now, you're also, I read some of your stuff, you're in the travel business, right?
I am. Yes, I'm a full-time travel agent.
Well, that's a lot of stress, I would think.
Well, right now it's not really full-time. But that's why we're both a part of Mailbox Power, because it's such a great way for me to stay in touch with my past clients, my current clients, and getting rebookings, for 2021, later in 2021 and 2022.
Yes. For those that do not know, Mailbox Power is a direct mail gifting and greeting card and postcard software that allows you to take the stuff off the virtual internet and put it into the physical world. It's a cool platform. Got some treats?
A metal frame.
Oh, a metal frame.
Have you seen these?
A little hard to read, but.
Yeah, you can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. Yeah, it's a
there you go.
Card. Yeah, I love these.
It's such a cool thing. And like some people say, well, what about the internet? And I look at it as a click lasts a microsecond, where a postcard, hang on to it. A gift, they hang on to it. It's a cooler. I used to do a lot of postcards when I was booking my magic full time in my event business and everything, because it actually gets there. The United States Postal Service, it's pretty impressive. You can send a postcard to Hawaii for like 37 cents. How do they do that?
Well, you know what? The best part about this system, this platform, is there is no post office needed. I mean, straight from our home computer or our office computer. That's what's so great, especially during the holidays. I've talked to some friends who had 45 minutes to an hour wait just to send out their Christmas gifts.
Exactly. You do it from the comfort of your own mobile phone.
Yeah, we literally have 5 seconds and it's out.
I know. I didn't want to get too much into that kind of thing, but I do like talking about it because I'm excited about it. There's even the feature to if you need to get their mailing address to send them something, when they fill it out, it automatically will trigger a campaign. So you don't have to do anything other than send them the link to get onto the list, and then they get their own gift. It's very cool. I love automation stuff because it saves so much time and gives you more time to travel.
Yes.
I was involved with a network marketing business a while ago that was a travel company, and I thought, this is a cool thing. You're in a travel company too?
We were in the same one.
Okay.
I do believe so. World Ventures, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
And it's so cool because I look at it as we've been traveling ever since we walked out of the cave. We've always wanted to go someplace else, you know? And it's a global thing. I never expected something like COVID would come along and stop it like that. But I know that as soon as it gets safe and everybody's comfortable, they're going to be moving on. I mean, I've been to Costa Rica, Hawaii, Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay, Thailand, Bali, UK, Spain.
But the $69 cruise, did you ever do that?
You gotta go somewhere. Travel is good. I think a lot of people like to travel. Some don't. My brother, he as far as he goes is Las Vegas.
Oh, that's not traveling.
That's right. That's Sin City. You shouldn't go there.
Sin City, USA.
Yeah. So how long have you been in the travel biz?
Oh, wow. Let's see. I started World Ventures in 2012, and then I became a travel agent in 2018.
Got it. I think it's really cool to use a travel agent because I remember my first trip to Jamaica, we used a travel agent. It was like a breeze. And then we decided, hey, we'll just do it ourselves. No, don't do that. There's too many T's to cross and I's to dot. And sometimes you forget the lowercase J's. They got a dot too.
Yeah, you just want to pack. You want to have someone do all the work. And what I like being a travel agent versus in another type of travel platform is that I actually make my decision if I want to get paid to travel, like get a check in the mail a couple months later, or if I want to take money off. Like I went to Cabo in October and I got over $400 off the trip. So that kind of worked out good, especially with COVID. We don't know when our check's going to be here. So that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, a lot of people, I'm in the event industry, so a lot of our travel was more incentive travel where, you know, upper management does a good job on the sales team, so they send them all off to Cabo or Hawaii or Cancun or whatever. And a lot of people don't realize that a lot of times these hotels are kind of empty, so you can get really good rates when you know the right people.
Well, did you know tomorrow I actually am doing a travel agent training for anybody actually who's a travel agent or a travel enthusiast who wants to follow up with the people they meet on vacation, or if you're a travel agent, I actually show you like what kind of gifts you can give.
How do they get a hold of you for that?
It's actually on my page. They could go to Bucket List Coach Travel and Tours, and I have the link there.
Well, let me do a fancy little thing here quick for you. So it's BUCKETLIST travel and tours.com. Bucket
It's
list
on
travel.
Facebook. Well, actually, it's on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Yeah, Bucket List Coach Travel.
So it's just Bucket List Travel, and they'll find you.
A Bucket List Coach Travel.
Okay.
So basically, Facebook is facebook.com/bucketlistcoach travel. TikTok, Bucket List Coach Travel.
Okay.
I'm trying to do these every.
I'm putting that up there like that. Bucket List Coach Travel.
There we go.
Yeah, that way they can see it. See how do you do this?
Do you have the chat open, or just private?
It's open. I don't see anybody here yet, but you never know. Just Cindy, the way that I do this, it's going right now up on YouTube and also on my Twitter accounts. And then when it's on YouTube, then I propagate it out and put it out to places. So a lot of times it's not live. And the reason I do that is the longevity of it, to be able to put it where I want, when I want. And now that I understand more about what you're looking for, I can put it in those places. Whereas That's the challenge with the internet these days. Is there's only 24 hours in a day, and especially with people not working anymore, they're all at home, they're all Zooming. There's a lot of bandwidth. It's hard to be noticed. So I send my stuff out when everybody else is sleeping.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You do it as the sun goes over. You start on the East Coast and work your way over to the LA area.
This is actually the prime time for social media. So right around when it's in the East Coast, around like 4 o'clock-ish, that's a lot. Well, now people are probably on here way more because they're not working, but the ones that do work, they're not really getting on social media till after 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yep, that's what's changed with this internet thing these days. People are in control. They'll watch it when they want.
And you can rebroadcast as a watch party.
I know you must be one of those millennials or something. You got all that.
No, 55 years old. I'm not a millennial. No.
You're just young at heart.
Right.
So share with us any of one of the strangest things that ever happened to you in the travel business.
Oh, wow. Okay. When was this? So years ago, my previous life, I actually was a professional chef. Did that for 25 years. That was my very first career bucket list. And I worked on this cruise ship, Norwegian Cruise Lines. It was my last day there, and I was rushing to get to the airport. And they're yelling my name, and I'm running, and the whole entire plane was waiting for me. So.
Oh, so you were the person that's holding everybody else up?
Yes, I know.
And at first they were mad, and then when you got there, you were the popular person because everybody's eyes were on you.
Right.
That's funny.
Leo's always caused trouble, right? Last minute Nellies.
I had a friend that I used to travel to Jamaica with, and it never fails. We're at the airport, and where's Craig? Where's Craig? Where's Craig? We got to get on the plane. Where's Craig? And he's like somewhere. I don't know where he is, but he always made it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there's some other stories, but we'll talk about it in the green room when we close out the broadcast.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that.
Those ones that want to be public. Well, they can't.
Exactly. Hey, now you've got your own podcast too, right?
Yes. Ask Cindy Connector Live.
Ask Cindy Connector Live. Do you talk about anything specifically, or you just lifestyle?
Well, I actually have 3 podcasts. That Ask Cindy Connector Live is for entrepreneurs. So if you are a small business owner or if you are a nonprofit, I love to interview you and get the name out, like you were on my show yesterday. And then Surfer's Web Show, I'm just talking about great things happening in the surf community. And then Bucket List Coach Web Show is connected to the travel. So I'm interviewing travel bloggers and anyone I meet along the way, or when I'm on vacation at restaurants, I interview them.
Are you a big surfer yourself?
I actually have wanted to surf my whole entire life. Originally, grew up near Santa Cruz in the Bay Area. And this past birthday on July 29th, I turned 55 and I took my very first surf lesson. Keep in mind, I'm not really a swimmer. So, and we went
You mentioned
way
that.
out there. So that it's all about overcoming those fears. You just got to do it. Do something every day that scares you. And yes,
Overcoming fears. How about overcoming stupidity? You don't know how to swim and you go out in the ocean?
I could swim. I don't say I don't know how to swim. Like I could paddle around in the pool, but Mother Nature has her way with us. You know how that goes.
I know. My trip to Brazil, I met this girl from New York there, and I was trying to be tough guy. Here comes a big wave, so I was gonna, tough and take it. It doesn't work. I went for a tumble and got up with a bunch of sand in my pants.
You know what that's called in the surf world, right?
What?
Kook slam.
Well, that's what happened. I got one of the kook slams.
That actually happened to me in Cabo. So I don't know if my friend Lisa from Seattle is listening, but we were both, when we went to Cabo in October, it actually was our last day. She had a couple hours before catching her flight. And I think I had like 4 or 5 hours. And this wave came. It looked like it was just going to roll right into the beach. Oh, no, it took us out. Yeah. We went there.
You got to dive into it, right?
It's not really a swimming or a surfing beach. It's right by the resort there in Cabo. And yet you're not even allowed to even go in the water and swim or anything. We just wanted to get our feet wet and we went down.
There we go.
And she's
Hey,
like, "Was that live?" I'm like, "Oh, no, it wasn't live." Yeah, literally, I was live maybe about 5 minutes prior to that.
I just had another thought. The other cool thing about travel, when I was excited about it, I'm still interested. I've got a friend in Costa Rica, and we're working on an event center down there. But the concept of travel, what's cool about it is as soon as you think you're going to go somewhere, that's when the excitement happens.
Yeah.
Then you go somewhere and you're excited that it happened. Then when you get home, you talk about it.
Mhm.
It's a very long memory that sticks with you. It's a lot different than some kind of product that you consume and then it's gone. This is something I still remember. We went to Jamaica every year for about 12 years. I remember my trips to Bali.
Oh,
I remember my
nice.
trips to Cabo. I remember my trips to Hawaii. That's very cool. I think the travel industry is pretty cool to be in.
What did you do in Bali?
Chilled.
Chillax?
Bali is the most peaceful place I've ever been of all the places. It's very affordable. I had a place that a guy was going to let me stay there. Before I got married, I was going to move there. And I had a place I could stay for $65 a month, including breakfast.
Oh, not anymore. I actually tried to look a few months ago because we actually canceled our Hawaii trip because of all the COVID restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to Cabo instead. And I actually did look up Bali, and for a week in Bali was like $8,000.
Depends on where you are. This is a situation where I was going to help promote this guy's homestay.
Okay.
So I was going to be his marketer. And then I had this concept that I was going to get all the yoga practitioners from the wealthy countries like the United States and Australia and Japan and Canada. And then I was going to help bring them to do the retreats in Bali. And I figure if I could make enough money off of that, $100 a month, I'd be living like a king.
Wow.
Then I got married. So now I'm living like a king.
Oh,
And my queen.
I'm going to share this post one more time. What I'm doing, I'm just going to your business page.
You've got marketers addiction. You started having those withdrawals because you weren't pushing something.
Well, because I have followers on my different pages.
Sure.
Like I have my cards page, and then my travel, and then of course the Ask Cindy connector. So I post on those different ones.
You know, another reason I'm being very slow with Facebook is I had another account and I got my account shut down. I don't know why. They won't tell you. And so all my event stuff that I had groups of, a couple thousand, and I had all sorts of networking groups and stuff. And
what was the name of it? Did it have because if it has a business name or if it has a cartoon for a profile picture, then yeah, they'll flag it. They shut me down, and I had close to 5,000 friends. I have.
They got weird rules. No, it was the Minnesota Event Professionals.
Yeah, that's why, because so your personal page was named a business name?
No, it was a group, Facebook group.
Oh, the group.
And my personal page was my name. In fact, I had one of the very first ones is bradgoodham.mn because it's Minnesota. Way back, I used to do that with your location.
Wow. Okay.
But I think part of it was because way back I got involved with some networking marketing affiliate stuff. And maybe there was some crummy people in there. So they just thought, we'll just wipe this guy out. So now I'm just being very cautious of how I proceed because those social media platforms are getting kind of strict, So I don't want to get thrown in jail. Had enough of that.
I can't really do too much more. I'm on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and that's pretty much it. I can't really do too much more. I mean, there's only one of me.
Well, I've been very frustrated with a lot of this stuff. It used to work really good with my Facebook ads, and I had them going into using Facebook events that went to Eventbrite that built my MailChimp list. And it worked really, really good. And then Facebook started being kind of weird. So I've decided to go to something that's more dependable, and that is the United States Postal Service with direct mail postcards.
Mm-hmm.
I
figured, it's 100%
open
rate versus what it is on your Gmail or on your email.
Exactly. And the digital open rate isn't true because I send out things and all of a sudden I see I'm working at like 2, 3 in the morning and I'm targeted here in Minneapolis area and I send out an email and then all of a sudden it says it was opened. And I'm thinking, no, it wasn't open. Those guys ain't me up. So I don't trust a lot of the digital robotic stuff. And that's another reason why I like to do these video podcasts, is because I know that you're a real person. I can assume that you're over in Huntington Beach because when I look at your profile, that's what it says on there, and that's what you told me. So there's a connection of truth. And you're laughing. I can see you smile, so I know that you're not a robot. Because robots don't like my jokes. Oh, we got some humor. Nice round of applause for me. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
So we need to do some duets on TikTok. What do you say? You want to learn how to do that?
Maybe someday I'll learn how to do duets. I'm a Gemini, you know. I do them by myself.
I'm a Leo. Same.
There'll be 3 of us. That works.
Oh,
hey, what else you want to talk about? You got anything coming up, like any courses or classes that you're promoting or anything like that? I like to.
Yes.
Starting this
Thursday, I'm doing a class on gratitude for anybody who is a traveler, or if you're a travel agent, especially a travel agent with any past clients or any current clients. During COVID, it's so important to stay in touch. You know, that's just so important. And I've actually talked to some of my clients, and they said the travel agents that they had never even followed up. Maybe a text, but never, not even a card.
Well, you know, that's an interesting thing. I think people have been getting so busy doing stuff. They're forgetting, they're kind of ignoring the hand that fed them. You know, our mutual friend, Bo Young, and I do a show. I'll click it and show it you. It's just right here. The Gratitude Show. We do the Gratitude Show, and we talk a lot of times about like the real estate industry. A lot of people in the real estate industry, hang on a sec.
Frank. Hey, Frank.
Who's Frank?
Hey, Brad.
There's Frank. Oh, my friend Frank Togas, fellow magician.
Awesome.
Absolutely. See, I got some friends still. What was I talking about?
Bo
Young. Oh, yeah. How important it is to give before you receive. And we talk about like real estate agents. You know, real estate is one of the largest purchases or investments a person's ever going to make. And when a real estate agent sells your house or buys your house for you, and then they don't thank you and stay in touch, that's really cold. I think they should do something about that. And I think that's what's cool about this mailbox power thing, is you can actually send a little thank you or a gift or an edible or all that stuff. But a lot of real estate agents don't.
Joe Girard?
What's that?
Have you ever heard of Joe Girard?
I have not heard of Joe Girard. It's a cool name, though.
Absolutely. The best salesman that has ever lived. He's probably like in his late 70s now. And so what he did back in Detroit, he started making all these, he worked at a car dealership, like the best sales ever. You could look him up. I could send you the link. And he would send a note, thank you for coming. I heard it's your kid's birthday. I heard it's your anniversary. And then every now and then, little salesy stuff, but not always, you know, like real estate agents. A lot of times I'll get postcards and it's all about the sale.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. So people know your current sales, but I like mixing mine up. Even like on some of my cards, I don't always put my logo in the back. I'll put maybe a quote or what are you grateful for? So I think that's what a lot of businesses really need to do is to mix up their marketing instead of being the same.
Definitely. And also, I think it's cool that with mailbox power, it's not all about mailbox power. It doesn't have all that stuff on there, and you create these things that doesn't have the company's logo and stuff on it. Because in the trade show business, you get all these free pens and stuff when you go to the booths, and it's got their logo on it. And then one of the first things I do is take an X-Acto knife and scratch the logo off it because it's a nice pen. You dirty that logo.
Yeah. I used to do marketing actually for trade shows.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
See, that's why we get along so well. We're in the same biz.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of stuff? We're going about 24 minutes, but what kind of stuff did you do in the trade show world?
Home shows, different types of trade shows. Yeah, just different variety of stuff.
Interesting. Yeah, that's what I used to do is home shows. We did home improvement design expos locally here in the Twin Cities.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, we did 12 shows a year. Just
Wow.
local shows. Yep. Lots of
Busy.
work. I got
Yeah.
stressed out, but I'm done with that. I want to automate my lifestyle. It's too much like work.
Exactly.
Well, Cindy Lee, the connector, I'm going to sign this one off and beam it up to the universe and propagate it out to the world so people can find it. But you got any parting words of wisdom or anything you want to share? Nuggets?
Yes. I'm going to talk about gratitude for a minute. It
Please.
is so important, whether it's during COVID or any time. Think of somebody every single day that you could sing happy birthday to. Even if you're not a very good singer, it's going to make a difference in someone's day. And find a way to send a greeting card to somebody. That is the most amazing thing, is to get a real card in the mail, not really a e-card, because a lot of people still do e-cards, and plus that causes a lot of viruses. But yeah, it's just so important to show gratitude and make the time on a daily basis to call at least 5 people and, hey, this is Cindy. I just want to let you know I appreciate you. This has nothing to do with anything but to let you know that I'm so glad that you're in my life, and you have a wonderful day. Nothing to do about business, just showing your gratitude. It'll go a very long way.
I'm going to try and take you up on that and do that as my daily dose. I'm going to change the name. Instead of Cindy, I'm going to say Brad, just for effect. But that's pretty cool, because it's only 365 times you have to do it. That's not that many, right?
And you could do just one a day. You don't have to do 5 a day. You could do one a day.
Just make it a simple little ritual that you're going to go and find someone. I mean, you end up doing that crazy stuff on like LinkedIn where it says, hey, so-and-so is having a birthday. And it's so lame that just push the little thing and it does it by itself. Put some more effort into it. Customize it a little bit.
Facebook wall, that's just a post. I mean, take the time to call someone, or even go in Messenger and sing right there on Messenger.
You can do that. Even if you can't sing, it'll be kind of fun.
Fun. And I bet you the most people will say, you're the first person that sung to me today.
Interesting. That might be my new marketing thing. Thank you for that tip. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you very much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and berries, I'm going to put Cindy into the green room. And if you want, go back out there. I think there might be some wine left, virtual wine. And hey, we got our friend Dean Hankey. Look at, he says that Cindy's a rock star. Do you know Dean?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's a small world. What is that? Is that your wine?
No, that's my cup from my Cabo resort.
Memories. Okay, Cindy, stay in the green room. I'll come and visit you. I'm going to sign this off. Peace. Thanks for being here.
Woohoo.
Well, that was our friend Cindy Lee. Let's have a round of applause for her. That was a lot of fun. I love her energy. She's obviously a real connector. I can imagine going to a networking event. She's like one of those social butterflies that gets to know everybody. So if you did tune in late, be sure to visit and subscribe to the YouTube channel and ring the little bell and give me a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs up anyways. Okay, that's it. Peace, love, and happiness. This is MagicBrad signing off. Enjoy the rest of the day. Be well, be good, be safe, and be nice.